Hey, this is Mike. We just got this in today. I got home from work and the package was on the porch. You gotta love it in 3 days from Germany, your gun's on the porch. But anyway, what we have here is a Diana 430L. To my surprise, when I bought it, the online listing showed front and rear sights on the gun, and then somewhere on the internet I seen it where they had just a handbrake on there. So I really wanted just a handbrake, but apparently Crail only had that one with the open sights, so I bought it anyway. And of course when I got it, this is what I received. So I was really quite happy about that. It's nice when you get something and it turns out to be what you wanted after all. But anyway, after buying it from Crail, the listing no longer was on there and you couldn't even find this gun on Crail's site. So this is supposed to be like a smaller 460. I really don't know much about the gun. I know that they weren't made for the United States, thanks to Hector Medina. He was posting some information for me on the Airgun Warriors website. So I got the gun and I finally got it opened. There was not much in the box. Actually, what was in the box was a picture of a model of a 460 Magnum, which has nothing to do with this gun. At any rate, the gun is marked on the box at 16 joules. So we're going to cock this and see what it feels like, because a lot of guys were saying that it's hard to cock and it hurt their hand. And I wasn't worried about that either, because I thought, well, I could detune it or do something to it. The reason I like the gun is it's supposed to be a little lighter than the 460. It's not as skinny, I don't think, as that 460. This is in a stock very similar, if not the stock, from a Diana 34 Premium. I can't say either way, but it looks very similar. And it has the checkering on both sides here and at the hand grip here. It's only a little over 40 inches and it really feels great. A little over 8 pounds. I don't know if I mentioned that, but the length of pull was really nice too. I had it out just a little while, just looking it over. The bluing is exactly what you expect from Diana. It's nice. It's stamped Diana 430L. I don't know what the L stands for. So let's give a cock and a go. Now before we do that real quick, the latch in here, just for some of you guys who are bringing up some of that information about the latch on that website, this is catched on both sides, left and right. Has a little ball bearing sticking out on both sides. It basically goes in a hole on the left and right side, so nothing's pulling either or. Somebody suggested, hey, you know, you can take that thing out and put a magnet in there. Well, you don't have to do that with this particular model. Now, Hector Medina mentioned on the Airgun Warriors that AOA was going to bring these guns over. They bought a batch. I can't confirm that. That's just what I read online. That would be pretty cool. This came in, if I didn't mention, 16 joules. So let's give this a cock and see. It's no big deal to release that. You got to go all the way back with this. Already been through that. So I'm going to release the safety, hold on to the cocking arm obviously, and then release the bear trap and squeeze the trigger, then release the bear trap carefully. So we'll do it again. Release the safety, squeeze the trigger, and then release the bear trap. It's got a little bit of oomph. It's not easy, but I don't see how this would hurt my hand at all. Checkering's nice. The color's very nice. The stock, the wood is really nice too. The nice thing also is it feels really balanced. It feels really good. When I saw this online, I was actually going to buy either, excuse me, a 77K special edition in the green laminate stock, or the 97K, and it just turned out that both of those guns were not available. They were not in stock. And even though they say they were in stock, when you actually go to pick out the gun and take it to your cart, it'll say temporary out. So I started looking around, and I spotted this guy. So a little smaller than a 460. That really caught my attention. This, to me, would be a go-to gun. I'm really expecting a lot from this gun. It's just really cool. But anyway, let's get a little close-up of the blue one. I got a light here. My wife's not around. It's not daylight. I'm just trying to do my best. Some people were really wanting to know what this gun was like, so I'm trying to get it up there real quick. Later on, I'll have to go through a shooting session with it and do something when we have daylight. Now, you know, of course, we have lots of great guns and all, but this is one that caught my attention, and I really didn't know anything about it. I did see online that they came in that other stock, and for the life of me, it escapes my brain, my memory. This is all off the cuff. It's a fancier stock, the Stutson stock. I saw online that they came in that. Now, one online was really nice looking, but, you know, for my taste, I like this stock here. I don't really like the Stutson stock as far as for my taste. I liked what I got here. So I probably could have bought the Stutson stock one if I seen it and nothing else was available. But just letting you know, my personal opinion for my taste, I like this. But anyway, I'm going to redo the camera, see if we can get a close-up. Everything's nice. Later on, I'll go through it and take the gun apart and lube it up properly, maybe make a custom guide. I don't know. We'll see. We'll shoot it first, clean the barrel, shoot it first, and stuff like that. So let me get the camera arranged. I don't know how much is going to show up, but we'll do that real quick. So she has a typical nice rubber butt pad. Feels really good. The whole gun is really nice. Feels good. Looks good. There's your checkering at the grip. The trigger's supposed to be a T06 trigger. I don't know if you can see this. It's such a shame that we don't have actual daylight for this, but it is what it is, and it's no big deal. There's your forearm checkering. Now, don't get me wrong, we were talking about the Stutson stock. It's very nice. The Stutson stock is very nice. It's rich looking, it's classy looking. I mean, it's everything. I just meant that for me, I would rather have the standard Diana 34 premium stock that she came in. I don't know if you can see that little D-dent there. There's one on each side. I think the barrel is actually about a ½ inch. So the bluing is nice, like we talked about. Typical Diana bluing. So I'm going to turn the rifle over a little bit just to get the top side of it. It's funny, you know, you go to buy an air rifle and sometimes it's difficult because you've pretty much had them all. I've had the 77K special edition. I had two 97Ks, had to sell it because of lack of a job at the different times when you run into those troubles. And then, you know, you have a lot of air guns and then you go to buy one and you're like, well, I'm not sure if I want that now. So you can have so many guns that you really don't get to enjoy them all. I did the same thing with the guitars. So there's that Diana 430L on there. I hope that's coming out, but nice looking breech area. Here's your anti-bear trap. And that's pretty much it. But that's what happens with the air guns. You know, you buy, you sell. You have good guns, and then you sell them to buy other guns. It's a crazy addiction, isn't it? It's really maddening, but it is what it is. The idea is to just enjoy it as much as you can and do whatever you want to do in it. There's no wrong or right, so to speak. I'm going to turn it around this way too. Now this gun surprised me. I thought maybe it was going to be lighter than it was, even though the stated weight was a little over 8. For some reason in my brain I was thinking a little over 7. I don't know why. This actually to me feels heavier than the 460. This is about 5 inches shorter than a 460. But I'm telling you, this gun is absolutely nice. What a feel. You know how you have the original 25 millimeter 77K from the old days, how that gun felt? Now this is nowhere near that type of build, but that gun had a solid feel to it. The balance was nice. This is how this one feels. Everything feels right about it. You know, don't take my word for it. Wait till some other guys are buying these things. I'm just sharing how I feel. This is what it seems like to me. So this rifle came up basically, and I didn't know much about it, and I started looking into it, and I thought that is perfect. 40 inches underlever, fixed barrel, a model after the 460 but a little lower. So I imagine if the guns that came, there was from what I understand, there was a handful that came to the United States. I don't know if you saw that or not. And they were, I don't know, we're going to say maybe 21 joules. I don't know what they were, but if they were more than 16, then I absolutely can see that the cocking would be a lot harder. But this is firm, but it's not. It doesn't seem it would be hard for me to shoot this all day long. It's there. The cocking's there. It's not easy, but it's not where it feels like it would hurt my hand by any stretch. But anyway, I have a lot of irons in the fire. I work 5 days a week. And so, you know, for me to post and put things together, it's really difficult. I just have a lot going on. So I wanted to get this video up. Now here's a little pamphlet they threw in there. And for some of you guys out there, a few, I spared you the opening of the box. Here's the gun. This video is off the cuff. I hope you enjoyed it. I like the gun. This is Mike saying thanks for hanging out. Take care and be safe.